Big Lots was supposed to be acquired, but the deal fell through. Now they are closing stores and going out of business sales.
The situation is complicated. Big Lots filed for bankruptcy protection in September.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was that long ago.
Yes, it has been a difficult few months for the company. Initially, they reached an agreement with Nexus Capital management.
That's right. I remember hearing about that.
But that deal is no longer happening.
So what happens now?
Unfortunately, many people have lost their jobs.
That's awful.
The closure of the Columbus distribution center alone resulted in 379 job losses. It's a tough reality of these situations.
It must be a very uncertain time for Big Lots employees. Many people probably shop there at some point.
That's true. Big Lots has been a familiar presence in the retail landscape for a long time. This news will likely resonate with many shoppers.
So if the acquisition fell through, what is happening now?
Big Lots is initiating going out of business sales at all remaining locations. It is a common strategy for companies in this position.
Why would they do that?
It allows them to liquidate their inventory and generate some revenue. They can use these funds to pay off creditors and potentially attract a new buyer.
Are they still open during these sales?
Yes, they are still operating both in-store and online. This way, they can maximize their sales potential while they work towards a resolution.
So they're trying to stay afloat while figuring things out.
Exactly.
What caused Big Lots to struggle in the first place?
Several factors contributed to their situation.
Like what?
Inflation and high interest rates have made it difficult for retailers across the board. Consumer spending has been affected, and Big Lots was not immune to these challenges.
So is this a sign of things to come for other retailers?
That's a difficult question to answer definitively. The retail landscape is constantly evolving. Big Lots' situation could be a harbinger of challenges for other retailers, or it could be an isolated case with unique circumstances. Time will tell.
It's definitely something to keep an eye on. Where can shoppers find information about which specific stores have closed?
Big Lots has released a list of store closures on their website. This list includes locations across the country.
That's good to know. What will happen to the remaining Big Lots stores if they can't find a buyer?
If a new acquisition deal doesn't materialize, it is likely that all remaining stores will eventually close.
So it's not looking good.
It's too early to say for certain, though.
What is the overall impact on the retail industry?
This situation raises questions about the long-term viability of traditional brick-and-mortar retail.
I can see why.
The rise of e-commerce has significantly altered the way people shop. Traditional retailers face increasing pressure to adapt.
What are some of the specific challenges traditional retailers face?
They need to find ways to compete with the convenience and often lower prices of online retailers. This might involve streamlining their operations, enhancing their online presence, or offering unique in-store experiences.
So they need to find a way to stand out.
Exactly.
What can we learn from Big Lots' experience?
It serves as a cautionary tale about the importance of adaptability and innovation in the retail sector.
I think that's a valuable lesson for any business.
Absolutely. Businesses need to constantly evaluate their strategies and adjust to changing market conditions.
What are some examples of companies that have successfully adapted to the changing retail landscape?
Companies like Target and Walmart have invested heavily in their online platforms and omni-channel strategies. They have also focused on offering competitive pricing and a wide variety of products.
It seems like they found a good balance.
They have been successful in adapting to the changing market.
What about companies that haven't adapted as well?
There are many examples of retailers that have struggled to keep up with the evolving market. Some have filed for bankruptcy, while others have been forced to close stores or downsize their operations.
It's a tough environment out there.
It's the very competitive landscape.
So what does the future hold for Big Lots?
Their fate hangs in the balance as they search for a new buyer. Their ability to secure a deal and restructure their business will determine their long-term survival.
So it's a wait-and-see game at this point.
It is.
What are the chances of them finding a buyer?
It's hard to say with certainty. The retail industry is facing headwinds, so finding a buyer willing to take on the challenge of turning around a struggling company like Big Lots may be difficult.
It sounds like an uphill battle.
It will be a significant challenge.
What factors might make Big Lots attractive to a potential buyer?
They do have a loyal customer base and a recognizable brand. These assets could be valuable to the right buyer. However, a potential buyer would need to develop a solid plan to address Big Lots' existing challenges and capitalize on their strengths.
So there's potential there, but it won't be easy.
That's a fair assessment.
So what are the key takeaways from Big Lots' situation?
It highlights the need for retailers to adapt to the changing market dynamics. They must prioritize innovation and find ways to offer value to customers in a competitive landscape. It's a reminder that even established brands are not immune to market pressures.
It's a good reminder for all of us.
It is. Big Lots is facing an uphill battle.
What can they do to turn things around?
The company's financial troubles are deeply rooted, and finding a solution will require strategic planning and execution.
So where should they start?
They could focus on optimizing their supply chain and inventory management.
That makes sense.
By reducing inefficiencies and streamlining their operations, they could potentially lower costs and improve profitability.
Are there any other areas where they can make adjustments?
Another area for improvement is their pricing strategy.
I see.
They need to strike a balance between offering competitive prices and maintaining healthy profit margins.
It's a delicate balance.
They could consider implementing targeted promotions or loyalty programs to attract price-sensitive customers.
What about their marketing efforts?
Absolutely.
Could they do more to reach potential customers?
Big Lots needs to enhance its marketing strategy to better connect with its target audience. They could leverage digital marketing channels, social media, and targeted advertising to increase brand awareness and drive traffic to their stores and website.
It sounds like they need a more modern approach.
They need to adapt to the changing ways consumers engage with brands.
What about the competition?
Big Lots faces fierce competition from established players like Walmart and Target, as well as from online giants like Amazon.
So how can they stand out?
They need to differentiate themselves by offering a unique value proposition that sets them apart from the competition.
What could that value proposition be?
They could focus on curating a selection of products that caters to specific customer needs or preferences. They could also emphasize their commitment to community engagement or sustainability initiatives.
So appeal to a niche market.
It's about finding a way to resonate with a specific group of consumers.
Is there anything Big Lots can learn from the successes and failures of other retailers?
Many retailers have successfully navigated challenging market conditions by embracing innovation and adapting to changing consumer behaviors.
So they're not alone in this.
The retail industry is constantly evolving.
What are some specific examples of successful retail strategies?
Big Lots could learn from these examples and implement similar strategies.
Like what?
Some retailers have adopted omni-channel strategies that seamlessly integrate online and offline shopping experiences.
That seems to be the trend.
It's about providing a consistent experience across all channels.
Where else?
Others have invested in personalized marketing and customer relationship management to enhance customer loyalty.
So it's about building relationships with customers.
It's about making customers feel valued and appreciated.
How can Big Lots leverage technology to improve their operations and customer experience?
Investing in e-commerce platforms, mobile apps, and data analytics would allow them to streamline their operations, enhance their online presence, and gain valuable insights into customer behavior.
It sounds like technology is essential for success in today's retail environment.
It's becoming increasingly important.
Could technology help them compete more effectively with online retailers?
By offering features like online ordering, curbside pickup, and home delivery, Big Lots could provide a more convenient shopping experience for customers who prefer to shop online.
So meet customers where they are.
Exactly.
What about the role of physical stores?
Physical stores can still play a vital role in the retail landscape.
Are they still relevant in the age of e-commerce?
They offer a tangible shopping experience where customers can interact with products and receive personalized service.
So there's still a place for brick-and-mortar stores.
They need to adapt and offer something unique.
How can Big Lots enhance the in-store experience for their customers?
They could focus on creating inviting store environments, improving store layouts, and offering interactive displays. Providing knowledgeable and friendly customer service could also enhance the overall shopping experience.
So it's about creating a positive and engaging atmosphere.
It's about making shopping an enjoyable experience.
What about their product assortment?
By diversifying their product offerings or introducing private label brands, Big Lots could potentially attract a wider customer base and differentiate themselves from competitors.
That's an interesting idea.
It's about finding ways to stand out.
What are the risks associated with introducing private label brands?
Private label brands can be profitable, but they also require careful planning and execution. Big Lots would need to ensure the quality and value of their private label products meet customer expectations.
So it's a gamble.
There are always risks associated with new ventures.
What are some of the key challenges Big Lots will face in the coming months as they work towards a resolution?
They need to address their financial difficulties, attract potential buyers, and restore confidence among employees and customers. It will be a challenging road ahead.
It sounds like they have a lot of work to do.
It's a critical time for the company.
What are the potential outcomes of Big Lots' situation?
Several outcomes are possible.
Such as?
They could successfully secure a new buyer who will invest in the company's turnaround.
That would be the best case scenario.
It would give them a much-needed infusion of capital and expertise.
What else?
They could also restructure their operations and emerge as a leaner, more efficient organization.
So a fresh start.
It would involve significant changes, but could lead to long-term sustainability.
And the worst case scenario?
In the worst-case scenario, they could liquidate their assets and cease operations.
That would be a sad ending.
It would be a loss for the company, its employees, and its customers.
What factors will influence the likelihood of each outcome?
The success of their efforts to find a buyer, the strength of their turnaround plan, and the overall economic climate will all play a role in determining their fate.
So a lot of factors are at play.
It's a complex situation.
What impact would Big Lots closure have on the communities where they operate?
The closure of Big Lots stores would result in job losses, reduced consumer choices, and potentially vacant retail spaces in affected communities.
It would be a blow to those communities.
It would have a significant economic impact.
What can we learn from Big Lots' experience about the challenges facing the retail industry as a whole?
Big Lots situation highlights the importance of adaptability, innovation, and customer centricity in the retail sector.
Those seem to be recurring themes.
They are essential for success in today's dynamic retail environment.
What are some of the key trends shaping the retail industry today?
Retailers that fail to keep pace with evolving market trends and consumer preferences will likely face difficulties.
So it's a matter of survival.
It's about staying ahead of the curve.
What are some of those trends?
The rise of e-commerce, the increasing importance of mobile technology, and the growing demand for personalized experiences are all transforming the retail landscape.
It sounds like a lot for retailers to keep up with.
It's a rapidly changing industry.
How can retailers effectively respond to these trends?
By embracing digital transformation, investing in data analytics, personalizing the customer experience, and creating seamless omni-channel strategies, retailers can position themselves for success in the evolving retail landscape. Big Lots struggles provide valuable insights for other businesses.
What can other retailers learn from Big Lots' experience?
They can learn the importance of adapting to changing market conditions and consumer preferences. Big Lots' inability to keep up with these changes contributed significantly to their current predicament.
What specific lessons can they draw from Big Lots' mistakes?
One lesson is the need to invest in e-commerce and omnichannel strategies.
Makes sense.
Big Lots lagged behind competitors in these areas and paid the price. Another lesson is the importance of offering a compelling value proposition. Big Lots struggled to differentiate itself from other discount retailers
Yeah, I could see that.
and failed to resonate with consumers looking for unique products or experiences.
What about the role of technology? Could Big Lots have done more to leverage technology to their advantage?
Technology can play a crucial role in modern retail.
I imagine so.
Big Lots could have invested in data analytics to better understand customer behavior and preferences. They could also have implemented more sophisticated inventory management systems and supply chain solutions to reduce costs and improve efficiency.
What about the human element? Did Big Lots' management team make any significant missteps?
It is difficult to pinpoint specific managerial errors without access to internal information. However, it is clear that Big Lots leadership failed to anticipate and respond effectively to the challenges facing the company.
What do you think went wrong?
They may have underestimated the impact of e-commerce or misjudged consumer preferences, leading to strategic blunders.
What are the broader implications of Big Lots' situation for the retail industry as a whole?
Big Lots struggles are a microcosm of the challenges facing many traditional retailers. The retail landscape is undergoing a period of rapid transformation driven by factors like e-commerce, globalization, and changing consumer expectations.
So Big Lots is not alone in facing these challenges.
Retailers that fail to adapt will likely face similar difficulties.
What does the future hold for the retail industry?
The future of retail will belong to those who embrace innovation and agility. Retailers that can leverage technology, personalize the customer experience, and create seamless omni-channel strategies will be best positioned for success.
What specific innovations are likely to shape the future of retail?
We can expect to see continued growth in e-commerce and mobile commerce. Artificial intelligence and machine learning will also play a significant role in areas like personalization and inventory management. Additionally, sustainability and ethical sourcing will become increasingly important considerations for consumers.
It sounds like the retail industry is in for some major changes.
It's a dynamic and ever-evolving sector.
What advice would you give to retailers looking to thrive in this evolving landscape?
Retailers must prioritize customer centricity, data-driven decision-making, and continuous embrace innovation. They should also focus on building strong brands and fostering emotional connections with their customers.
It seems that adaptability and a willingness to embrace change are crucial for success in the retail industry.
Absolutely. The retail landscape is in constant flux, and those who can navigate the changing tides will be the ones who emerge as leaders.
Thank you for sharing your insights with us today. It's been a fascinating discussion about the challenges and opportunities facing the retail industry.
It's been a pleasure. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.